Well, hello, friends. I hope you are having a super day today. Welcome to Tuesday's edition of Take 5. We are dealing with the subject that we've simply entitled Rapture Q A, questions and answers. We've spent a lot of time the last several weeks discussing the rapture and all of its form and function, and I believe we've looked at enough details that most of us should have a pretty good understanding of what this event is going to be. Now, remember, I told you this already. It doesn't matter what you understand or know if you don't mix it with faith. You've got to mix it with faith or the word will not profit you. The Bible tells us that very plainly. Now, we're going to spend the rest of the week trying to answer 4 questions that seem to be the most asked about the rapture. So let's just jump right into this. The first one, the one we're going to deal with today, is this: what will the world look like immediately following the rapture? What's it going to look like? What is going to happen immediately after all of the living saints are raptured and the resurrected saints caught off of this planet? What is this place going to look like? Our minds can really only imagine the utter madness and turmoil that's going to be widespread over this planet. If you can fathom the chaos that just one missing person can cause, then imagine, if you can, what it will be like when millions or possibly billions of people suddenly go missing. I recently read a book by Dr. David Jeremiah called The Great Disappearance, and I want to read an excerpt from that book. Chapter 1, he calls it Chaos on Earth, and I believe this puts it in words that you really probably can't find any better. I believe this is just very fitting. So I want to read this to you. I know I don't do a lot of reading, but I did this Sunday when I was preaching. And I want to read this excerpt from you. This is Dr. David Jeremiah's book, The Great Disappearance, Chapter 1, Chaos on Earth. Listen to what he says. Imagine a moment coming soon to our planet that will change everything and everyone forever. Imagine ambivalent, unaware people conducting their business, scurrying around, trying to make sense of their lives. Depending on where you look on our globe, the scene may be different, yet in many ways it will be the same. All over the world that day, billions will be eating and drinking, marrying and giving in marriage, celebrating birthdays, battling sickness, and digging graves. People will be getting up, going to bed, working or playing, enjoying their pleasures, or even indulging in their vices. Imagine these things happening all over the world, from the rising of the sun to the place where it sets. What will people think when that moment comes? I wonder what the headlines will be on the morning of that day. Will the news be written by artificial intelligence? Will people be able to tell truth from fiction? I wonder what the weather will be like that day. Sunny in one place, maybe cloudy in another. I wonder what Christians will be doing that day. Will they be as surprised as everyone else when the rapture occurs, or will they be eager and ready and waiting? Can't you see the masses of people moving around as usual? Millions of people walking all day on the streets of New York or Tokyo or Mumbai, India, worrying about their money, wondering about their relationships, anxious about their personal images, following the world stock markets, the latest music, and even the latest sports scores. It will be an ordinary day on this globe until suddenly it isn't. Try to imagine this extraordinary moment on planet Earth. Every single follower of Jesus Christ, as well as those under the age of accountability, including all the babies, young children, and mentally disabled, gone in a flash, along with all those who have died in Christ. Bodies will disappear from their coffins at funeral homes all over the world. Patients will vanish from hospital beds, babies from cribs, children from their classrooms. Imagine cars flying down the freeway with missing drivers and planes with missing pilots, nuclear submarines with missing commanders and crew, nations with missing leaders, and parents with missing children. In various parts of the world, Christian congregations will be meeting for worship. Suddenly, the buildings will be empty or nearly so, as the churches resume their services in the sky. Soldiers will be missing in action. Emergency responders will find their numbers depleted. Prisons will be partially depopulated, especially those filled with Christians and those that have faced persecution. News reports will spread like wildfire, but the Christian press will be strangely silent because there will be no believers present to report the news. People will frantically search for their loved ones, but phone calls will go to voicemails and texts will be unanswered. In today's world, just one missing person can grip the nation. But what about a billion? What will people think? What will panic will they feel? What theories will they embrace at that time? It will be utter chaos in an unimaginable scale for those who are left behind. Dr. Tim LaHaye pondered this approaching day at length. He said that at the moment of the rapture, 1 million conversations will end mid-sentence. 1 million phones will suddenly go dead. A woman will reach for her husband's hand in the dark and no one will be there. A man will turn with a laugh to slap a colleague on the back and that hand will move through empty air. A basketball player will make a length of floor pass to a teammate streaking down court and find that there is no one there to receive it. This isn't science fiction, conspiracy theory, or mindless speculation. When Christ comes for His people, it's going to be in the twinkling of an eye, at the speed of light. The trumpet's going to sound. The Lord will shout with a voice of authority. The dead will rise, and we who are alive will be caught up in the air to meet the Lord in the sky. Between the resurrected and the raptured, possibly billions of people will exit this planet in an instant. But sadly, billions more will be left behind. It will be chaos on our globe, but it will be incredible, glorious joy in the skies. Friend, you want to make sure that you are ready when this rapture takes place so that you do not have to endure the chaos that's going to ensue. When millions, possibly billions of people disappear in an instant, in a moment, off of this planet, nothing less than turmoil and madness is going to cover this planet. And the good news is you don't have to be here when it happens. Well, hey, I've got to get out of here. It's been good being with you today. I look forward to being with you tomorrow on Wednesday's edition of Take 5. Till then, God bless you. Have a great day. Hey, trust the Lord, friend. He will never fail you.